Yo boys, Mayorn here, and we're back for another stage of our Pick'em Masterclass. And after yet another Mickey Mouse stage, we've come up short. Falcons and Heroic were dead at the wheel, M80 took the 0-3 pick just personally enough to win a single game, and...
I'm done.
But now the big boys are here to play, and I'm not going to be tricked into believing any more legacy nonsense is going to happen. And if all things go well from here on out, we just might end up with the same Pick'em coin as every other time, gold. And I saw your feedback from my stage 2 pick'ems, and I hear ya. You need the whiteboard, so here you go. Alright, here's the first round matchups for stage 3, and some funny ones to jump out to me this time are Mouse versus VP and Aurora versus FaZe. So I'll try not to fall into the same FaZe versus Heroic mishap I had in round 2 and stay away from any of these teams for 3-0. So starting off with the 3-0 pick, and probably the biggest storyline heading into this stage, can Vitality keep it up? Can they keep this 30-0 win streak alive? And I think, yeah, this is just going to cruise right on into the playoffs, probably go all the way to the finals, and we'll see what happens when we get there. But this team at this point, I mean, they've just got to be vibing, right? Best of ones are a little scary. I wouldn't be surprised if they do actually lose it here, but I'm going to say that this storyline, the vision continues, and we'll see what happens when playoffs come. For the second 3-0 team, I really didn't know where to put them otherwise, and it's going to be Na'Vi, because... let's be real for a second. Can Na'Vi make it 3-1, 3-2 with how they've played recently? I'm going to say probably not. Do they deserve the 3-0 pick? Probably not either. But it's either they go 3-0 or they probably just get swamped out of this tournament. They're definitely going to win a game here or there, but I'm just going to bank on Alexi B saying, hey, we've had time off. We're able to skip stage 1. We're able to skip stage 2. Can this be the turnaround? Can Wonderful actually op? This is the big question. So I've got like 20% confidence in the 3-0 pick, but gauging how it's been stage 1 and stage 2, probably not the craziest thing I could put here, so I like it. Now moving on to the 3-1, 3-2 teams, I really don't see a lot of underdogs making it in. This is the top 8 after all. This is to play in the playoffs, and there's just a lot of big teams here. The first one being Team Spirit. There's no realm in which Donk doesn't guarantee himself a spot in the playoffs. He could go 3-0. I think they probably just drop him out because this is Spirit we're talking about. Their playbook isn't exactly a deep playbook, it's just dunk, go, kill. So I like them in a 3-1 spot. I think that realistically, even if they go in that 2-0 spot, they're probably going to face the likes of a Vitality anyways. And do they beat Vitality? Probably not. So I think 3-1's a nice place for them to be here. Next up, it wouldn't be fair to have the Studio Warriors not make it to the quarterfinals. Mouse. In terms of the top teams, Mouse is definitely on the lower end of what they're capable of. If they're against the likes of Vitality, they're definitely not going to win. For that reason alone, I'm going to put them in 3-1. I think that they're probably going to drop a map. Even that first game against VP, a best of 1, kind of scary. I think that easily they can drop that, but no problem making it through. Once they get to the quarterfinals, they got their goofball stage back in Berlin where they're able to have a fake LAN environment because they're so PTSD mental shot mold. That's probably where they falter, but for this point in the tournament, a nice studio environment, low stakes ESEA Pro League kind of setup, they'll be fine. And for the third team, is there ever going to be one that they actually win? Other than Yala Compass, can Mongols finally win a tournament? Could this be it? Could the major be the place that they show up and say, hey, we're not just a one-hit wonder against tier 2 teams, we can actually hang? I think at least they'll get it to the playoffs, be able to show that maybe they have some spark, but probably going to be a letdown. At this point of the tournament though, not a lot of kickback going to be had from these bottom half teams, which they're going to be naturally slotted against in these second and third round matchups. So I think that they should be able to coast on through to the playoffs. So these are the only teams that I see as more or less a lock. Other than Na'Vi and 3-0, I think that these 4 teams for sure will be in the playoffs. Hopefully in these right kind of categories, 3-0, 3-1, because if it's flipped, then we're GG finished cooked, just like stage 2. But for the next couple picks, I respect the fact that this has been kind of a wonky tournament. So I'm going to take a bit of a detour with some of these picks. And starting off with the first one, you know what they say about Texas? Everything is bigger there. You got bigger barbecues, bigger houses, bigger land, bigger hats, and bigger apples. And for that reason, the Big Apple, Snacks is Hungry, G2 is going to make it to the top 8. Because on top of that, how poetic would it be for Nico and Monacy's former team to continue on like it ain't nothing, pick up the likes of Heavy God, pick up Hades of all people, and still make it through. Because they're going to see that, and I guarantee that'll piss them off. Next up, I've got Liquid. Can the likes of a Twist who finally dropped his ego as an IGL, gave it over to Shuei, Can they get their spot at the Austin Major? This would probably be the closest to a North American team we're going to get in the top 8. If you can count them as North American, that I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. They're not really. I don't know how they're considered it, but this is probably the best chance of a team to make it. They've had plenty of time. They had mixed results under Shuei so far, but now that they've had time to kind of get the system down, maybe we can see more promising results for them. And finally, it wouldn't be a major without a little FaZe magic. We saw them against the ropes against MIBR on Ancient just today, and you know what? They didn't look too bad in actually clutching a game out. Neo on the mic, magic was called, Kerrigan getting loud, Sample actually hitting shots, Elige bald buff, Rain Giga Chad. This team just belongs in the playoffs. It doesn't necessarily make sense, and I definitely could see them kind of flubbing out. It's probably either 3-1 or maybe they just go 0-3, but they had a good start. If they can get back to that day 1 stage 2 form, they should be good to go through. And finally, for the dreaded 0-3. And you know what? I'm going to piss off some people right now. I think Aurora, I think that they're locked for it. I think that the first game against FaZe, it's not going to go their way. They got cold feet. You've seen some of their players complain online, saying they're booed everywhere they go. Their mental is shot. They're not ready for the Austin, Texas Major. I'm sure that there's fans outside their window banging pots and pans, keeping them up all night, and they're taking it personally. They're wondering what they did so wrong to be so unlikable. And I think that this can be the downfall of Turkey. Yep, you're seeing it right in front of you. Sorry, I'm just here to report the news. Don't blame me, but this is the beginning of the end. And finally, I think Furia. I'm sorry, I know Brazil. I know if you can even count yourself Brazil still with Yakinder and Maladoy, but this isn't looking good. I think that this is the tournament. This is the stage that just the magic runs out. And mainly just because I don't see the likes of Lin Vision or Namiga actually going 0-3. I think that they have a little more kick than this team. I think that they're probably going to take a cheeky best of 1. And Fury is going to be in an 0-2. Probably this exact matchup right here. An Aurora Furia. Can you see it? I can. And so that is the complete pick'em. The stage 3 cheat sheet for all of you to enjoy. And as I hit save all picks, you're going to see something beautiful happen. My coin is silver. We've done it. We're just like everybody else. It doesn't matter that we got the first 2 stages wrong. From here on out, it's steady coasting and we'll get ourselves that gold coin. Toot my horn. Out.